During the last 18 months, Durham C.A.N conducted hundreds of individual and small group conversations in all corners of the county. Input from Durham residents was used to construct a joint agenda for social and economic change. C.A.N relied on the input of close to 3,500 Durham residents. In order to bring its priorities to a reality, Durham C.A.N involved close to 2,000 diverse leaders in public negotiations about the future of our county. What follows is a list of the major accomplishments of our network. Durham C.A.N persuaded the Durham County Commissioners to allocate partial funding for the creation of the Community Resource Connections. The CRC is a hub for planning, funding, and services that provides a non-wrong door for all senior residents and those with disabilities. Durham C.A.N flexed its electoral muscle and helped pass an education referendum expected to produce $9 million a year. Revenues replaced federal stimulus money used to pay school salaries, pay down debt on school construction projects, and fund pre-kindergarten programs and scholarships for county graduates to attend Durham Technical Community College. Durham C.A.N persuaded the Durham Public Schools superintendent to hire an additional interpreter, change district's volunteer policies, invest funds in the training of Latino parents, translate IEP plans into Spanish, and improve communication for over 7,000 immigrant families. C.A.N leaders persuaded the president of Durham Technical Community College to change a parking policy, which prevented immigrants from accessing parking decks on campus and attending classes. Durham C.A.N leaders developed a public partnership with Lincoln Community Health Center, the City of Durham, Duke Health System, Durham County Government, the County Health Department, and Project Access to improve the dissemination of information to Durham residents about the Affordable Care Act. Over 110 volunteers participated in the largest Affordable Care Act event in North Carolina. C.A.N leaders received basic training and walked neighborhoods informing residents about the Affordable Care Act, reaching over 3,000 uninsured residents. Durham C.A.N clergy organized an ecumenical service of lament, hope, and commitment against violence to stand together against violence in the community. Soon after, they met with the mayor and the Violent Crime Reduction Roundtable to present a collective vision for reducing violence in Durham. After a series of violent events, Durham C.A.N partnered with several other organizations and brought together over 350 Durham residents who participated in a peaceful prayer vigil for Jesus Huerta, a 17-year-old who was shot in the back of a police car in Durham. C.A.N again flexed its electoral muscle and helped pass a transit referendum which is expected to generate $17.3 million per year to be used for immediate bus service expansion and for Durham County sections of a light rail between downtown Durham and UNC hospitals and a commuter rail from downtown to eastern Wake County by way of Research Triangle Park. Durham C.A.N leaders participated in conversations with city elected officials and staff and helped craft the penny for housing idea. The penny for housing raised the tax rate a penny for property owners to improve city services. The $372.7 million plan was approved unanimously and distributed the annual funds in a 5-year plan to various initiatives, such as providing urgent home repairs to the elderly and disabled, site and infrastructure preparations, acquisitions, and demolitions to revitalize the Southside neighborhood. Durham C.A.N collaborated with anti-homelessness agencies and raised $400,000 for rapid rehousing for the homeless in public and private funds. The program received dedicated funding for at least 5 years from the Penny for Housing program. Durham C.A.N persuaded the Joint City-County Planning Committee to review and adjust the existing density bonus incentive, which has resulted in no construction of affordable housing in the last 10 years. Durham C.A.N persuaded the Joint City-County Planning Committee to launch a comprehensive plan for affordable housing around the proposed light rail transit development. Durham C.A.N also received verbal commitments from Triangle Transit Authority to pay workers involved in the construction of the transit development a living wage. Durham C.A.N gathered commitment from the City Office of Workforce and Economic Development and Durham Technical Community College as well as Triangle Transit Authority to create a job training program to fill transit jobs. Durham C.A.N gained public commitment from Congressmen G.K. Butterfield and David Price to support common-sense immigration reform. Commitment was made at a public meeting attended by over 1,200 C.A.N leaders. C.A.N acted in partnership with supporting local coalitions of religious, labor, and business leaders who spoke in favor of a common-sense reform of the system. At a later meeting, Durham C.A.N secured commitment from Republican Representative Howard Coble to support immigration reform.